Good evening, and welcome to the ROM orientation session, where in under 1 hour, you'll learn the modern Satsang technique for obtaining peace, light, and love in your life. My name is Eddie. I've been practicing Satsang for 14 years. Today, I will be introducing this event's facilitator. But first, I'd like to give a brief introduction to this orientation session. If you'll direct your attention to the screen, you'll see the first element is Satsang. Satsang is a scientific method whereby we may obtain peace, light, and love in our lives. It requires no physical skill, spiritual accomplishment, or meditation experience to begin its practice. Satsang consists of two words, Sat and Sang. Sat means positive energy, and Sang means to be with or to be in the presence of. Thus, the word Satsang means to be in the presence of positive energy. The next element, meditation. Meditation is an important element of Satsang. When we meditate, we withdraw our consciousness from worldly objects and direct it inwards and focus on a single thought. In doing so, our minds become calm and our thoughts become pure, allowing us to reach higher states of consciousness, such as enlightenment, peace, light, and love. Inner orientation. There are two types of Satsang, outer Satsang and inner Satsang. An example of outer Satsang would be chanting or attending pilgrimages. When we practice outer Satsang, we have the potential to change our behavior. But only through the practice of inner Satsang can we achieve high states of consciousness, such as enlightenment, peace, light, and love. The Satsang that you will learn today is an inner Satsang, where we meditate in silence. Group sessions. These orientation sessions are structured for group participation. When we meditate as a group, our focus becomes improved and our progress along our spiritual path becomes expedited. By regularly attending these orientation sessions, the benefits of group participation are amplified. Joy and inner happiness. All beings wish to experience joy. Joy is the eternal longing of the soul. But only through the practice of inner Satsang can we obtain states of joy. Each time we practice Satsang, our inner happiness gradually increases, ultimately culminating in a joyous state, which we experience 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The agenda for today, there will be 3 sessions. The informative session, the practice session, and the interactive session. During the informative session, a lecture will be given about a Satsang, the founder, or some relevant spiritual topic. During the practice session, you will be given instructions on how to meditate, followed by a period of practice. During the interactive session, you'll have the opportunity to ask questions, or there'll be a panel discussion. And now, I'd like to introduce the facilitator for today's event. He has over 40 years of Satsang experience. He's the grandson of Guru Maharaj. At a very early age, he began traveling with the mission throughout India, spreading Satsang. Upon arriving to the United States, both he and his wife began conducting Satsang for Satsangees. In keeping with his mission to spread Satsang, he continues to innovate Satsang and make it more available to people in the Western world and English speakers. In 2005, he began conducting online Satsang, and people all over the world were able to participate, even those in the remote villages of India. Currently, he travels throughout the United States and India conducting Satsang while maintaining his duties as a husband, a father, and an IT executive. Today, he will teach us a rare and ancient form of satsang as taught by Guru Maharaj. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Sanjeev Kumarji.
So yeah, happy Tuesday, everyone. Let's I think we have watched this video before, but let's watch it again and then we'll meditate. So I'm Sanjeev Kumar. Today I'm in Jaipur, India. This is my grandfather, Guru Maharaj, Dr. Chaturved Sahaji, who established Ramashram Satsang Mathura in 1930 and tried to establish a very unique inner pursuit to find inner peace within ourselves through his prescribed meditative practice referred to as satsang. He really created this process which hundreds of thousands of people, maybe millions of people have taken advantage of it and achieved higher consciousness, higher level of awareness. And basically it's a way of manifesting transcendental energy in form of light. And that's a transformative experience for a whole lot of people who were looking for deeper meditative practice which will uplift them to much higher levels. This was a transformation. I talk about the target state of this meditative practice as light, love, and peace. And I have seen people who achieved that state. Actually, I came to this definition when I was trying to describe what I saw in some of the leaders, some of Guru Maharaj's followers who became role models for a whole lot of people because they achieved that level where they had enormous unconditional love for everyone. They were at peace at almost all times. Their ability to perceive or see clearly is called Gyan. It's like the knowledge that makes you understand more about others and the nature and things that make you understand that how integral nature is to us or how we are interconnected, and not just humans but all conscious beings. Just when that knowledge dawns, it's transformative. Once you know, once you understand, love just is right there. Because once you realize that everybody is connected to you as you're connected to your family, then you would start, or even like they're as integral to your own self, and your own health relies on everybody around you. Once you understand that, then unconditional love, you don't have to make any effort. It's right there. It's just, it evolves from within, and it is strong and it is powerful. It's not something that fades away. It evolves further. And once those things are in place, then peace comes with it, because the things that were causing lust, anger, envy, all those things, and status, and all those things, the emotions, the desires, the expectations, all of those kind of dissolve in this state, because you know. It's like how you live with the family. Sometimes you would rather do something for them than just focus on yourself. So once that transformation happens, your level of awareness, your consciousness is said to be beyond description in some ways. So that is what happens when you manifest transcendental energy and positive energy, or Sat. And when you're in the company of Sat, which is Satsang, that's the target state. What I would say is that satsang basically means that you are in that amazingly transformative, positive, uplifting energy. And not only that, then you can achieve that, but then once you are in that state, everybody around you is effortlessly in that state. So that's the concept which sometimes is very hard to understand because we are not in that state. We cannot fathom how somebody, one person, achieving that target state of satsang could transform thousands of hundreds of thousands of millions of people. And you can do that. And Guru Maharaj was able to do that. And when people used to come and sit with him, they were effortlessly in light, love, and peace. I have personally seen my grandmother, my uncle, some of Guru Maharaj's followers that I had the opportunity to be with, and their company was in itself satsang. If you want to understand a little more, when you practice satsang, what happens, I actually joined a satsang. One of my class fellows from Singapore was conducting that. So he was talking about his guru, and they talked about FIR, the frequency, intensity, and recovery time becomes less. So ups and downs do come. Emotions and desires and other things affect our internal state. But then FIR, which is the frequency of that happening, the intensity of those emotions, for example, or the recovery time with which you go back to normal continues to reduce. The frequency continues to reduce, the intensity continues to reduce, the recovery time continues to reduce for all the outer world's impact on you. So that's the power of satsang.
So we are in Thanksgiving mode, so I thought I would start with that, so thankful for you being here, for Guru Maharaj to have provided such blessings that we all continue to pursue the path of this self-transformation. And I think last year around this time, we kicked off the YouTube channel. Today, I think it's slowly but surely, becoming something that I think we all would and should be proud of. And we would, think that in so many ways, we all have contributed through just participating in this English sessions. That is what will become the YouTube, channel in itself. So very, very thankful for everything. And this video, I think we have seen before, but I would definitely think that, this summarizes, some key aspects of satsang. So I've also decided to make this as the, like they call it the trailer for the channel, but this is like the featured video, which kind of describes the channel. Light, love, and peace. When I started talking about it, it was just, I actually borrowed, I think 2 of those 3 from somewhere. I think from the person whose yoga studio we used to, rent for some of these sessions at one point. But then I realized that the 4th and 5th realm are about light and love. And at the top of the fifth is peace. So light, love, and peace actually describes the top of the pyramid. So the more I think about it, light, love, and peace is not just a tagline or just a few words which are uplifting, but actually it is where satsang takes us, and we can actually talk very specifically about the fourth realm where we describe light, fifth realm where we describe unconditional love, and at the top of all this, ocean of peace, according to Guru Maharaj. So light, love, and peace is not a slogan. Light, love, and peace is the pursuit that we have, is the target that we have, is what we ought to achieve through the meditation that we do here. So on that note, let's, get into it. So relaxed posture, eyes lightly closed, to get to this light, love, and peace, think of, manifest this energy, manifest this light, and think and imagine that this energy is right here with us, in form of light that's entering our heart, distributing throughout our body, and we are getting completely and totally immersed in this light. If mind wanders away, which it will, just bring it back to this thought and this thought alone, that transcendental energy in form of light is in front of us, entering our heart, distributing throughout our body, and that we are getting completely and totally immersed in this light. Let's start now. So Eddie, how's Warren?
Warren is doing much better. His energy is better, but he's still in the hospital. He'll probably be there, he said, until maybe the second week of December, and then he'll go into rehabilitation, a rehabilitation center or facility. So it's going to be a while before he gets back to normal, but he's doing much better.
So yeah, on that note, let's just do another 2-minute meditation for him and others who are, not in that good health this Thanksgiving. So let's just pray for 2 more minutes and meditate. Okay. So what else? So Eddie, anything else that you're thinking about?
Yeah, certainly. We talked about being thankful for satsang, and I agree. As we say, there are two types of satsangs: the outer satsang and the inner satsang. In my opinion, there's sort of some subtle differences even between inner satsangs, and it's a subtle difference. But in the intro, um, I say that satsang consists of two words, right? Sat and sang. Sat means positive energy, and sang means to be with or to be in the presence of, and you can extend that to say the presence of, meaning also to be surrounded by. And that's the distinction I'd like to make, is that the satsang we practice is one where we're surrounded by the positive energy, not so much being with it, but we're surrounded by it. And because of that, a calming of our mind takes place, and a cleansing of our hearts, and purification of our thoughts take place just by being surrounded by that light. Not necessarily with it, because that's kind of a subtle distinction or differentiation between being with something and being surrounded by it. And I think that's a particular characteristic of this satsang that is something we should be very, very thankful for, because it makes this transcendental ascent that we're trying to do very easy. Because all we have to do literally is sit there surrounded in that light. In other systems, you may have to exert some will to cleanse yourself. You may have to visualize yourself, some cleansing action going on inside yourself in order to purify your heart or to purify your body. In this system, there's a subtle difference. And even in, a particular religious system that I'm thinking of, there is a distinction between those who have knowledge of being surrounded by the light and, those who don't. And so they're looked upon as being not special, but just a sort of a select group, in other words, because they realize that this being surrounded in that light is all powerful, and they respect it, and they live by the principles of that light. And so in that sense, they're looked upon as a sort of chosen, the chosen ones and so forth, because they have that knowledge. And so, in other words, it's just something that we should be thankful for, because it's such an easy system, and it's not known by many. Even though in India there's thousands and thousands upon people who practice it, there's still a small percentage of the total world population. So this is unique. Guru Maharaj gave it to us for free, and on this Thanksgiving holiday, we should also be thankful for having this method to practice.
Yeah. Yeah, you are bringing a very interesting point. I think while I was actually Mahimaji is also reminding me of something while you were speaking. I was thinking of that, Panditji Maharaj, who was one of the followers who took Guru Maharaj's message throughout India, and his like his way of connecting with people, it was just amazing. I mean, his depth in this philosophy, and how easily he would talk, like the words were just simple words he would use to explain this, so that everybody can understand it. So one thing he used to say was like, meeting your guru and getting immersed in your guru. So to physically meet your guru versus spiritually becoming one with your guru are two different things. So, but still that kind of then I thought about it, like it's still the physical satsang, which is the outer satsang, and then the inner satsang is like when your minds meet, right? So bodies meet and minds meet. But then you raise a very interesting point, is that there are other inner pursuits. So Raj Yoga is there, and even Vedanta and other things. So Upasana, Bhakti, and Guru Maharaj kind of took pieces of different things and pulled together this amazingly simple but super powerful approach, where so I think we also, I think you're kind of reminding me that not only we have to distinguish between inner and outer, but we also have to position and kind of carve out the distinction between various different, inner satsangs, right? So there are methods that, like in this video about manifestation, you can manifest so many things, physical things, but even like manifesting this transcendental light is very different than a lot of other things people manifest. So even in non-material things, what you can do, would make a difference. So yeah, good point there. But it's subtle differences, interesting ones. So Shivangi, Himanshu, Mahimaji, quickly, anything you want to add before we wrap up?
नमस्ते भैया जी
Namaskar.
मैं सब बढ़िया
So what are you thankful for?
being here
Yeah, totally.
being here doing the practice with everyone
Yeah, totally agree. Being here is what I'm thankful for too. So absolutely. It's a pursuit, right? वो है ना कारवां बढ़ता गया. It's like, yeah, just we have to be part of it, and then, you know, when he deems appropriate, then others will join the fun, the journey. Ride the wave, and others will ride too, I guess. So Himanshu?
Yeah, I would go with Shivangi ji. So yeah, basically being in touch with you and being in your presence. It's like,
Yeah, so see what I was thinking was that, Eddie, you remember like way back when in New Jersey, we hired a room, we used to take a rug, go there and, so it's just, I think suddenly while I was talking about this, it reminds me of, I don't know the other part of the story, but it's like you take a gold coin and you stand on the center, of a bazaar and then say, hey, this is a gold coin and take it for free. And everybody is like, must be fake. So, and nobody takes it. So yeah, that's all right. So Mahima ji.
जी प्रणाम भैया पंडित जी महाराज के प्रवचन में हमेशा ये तो आता था कि मेडिटेशन के बिना, डीप मेडिटेशन के बिना कुछ भी मिलेगा नहीं, लेकिन मेडिटेशन का चस्का लगना, पॉजिटिव एडिक्शन होना भी वो आपकी कृपा से ही मिलता है भैया.
Positive addiction. Wow. So yeah, it is a positive addiction. I think it's and getting to that point where you realize that it is what it is. Yeah, it depends on the prior journey.
Recording in progress.
So anyway. So yeah, and I was just remembering Panditji Maharaj used to say that, see, when you are enjoying something deeply, you would be so in it. So like, it's so every time you would come out to talk about it, so he was like, if you're sipping something which is very nice, while you're sipping it, you cannot describe it. And when you describe it, you're not sipping it. So interesting thing. So he used to say this very often. And so yeah, it's like, So what I feel is that keep sipping it. And even while you share it with others and describe it, you have to keep sipping it. So that's the art and the science. That's the part that sometimes we mess up with. But anyway, yeah, very, very thankful for everything. All right. So on that note, so Eddie, what's the plan for Thursday?
Small get together with some family and friends, and eat as little as possible, right?
Yeah, that's hard to do though. Very hard. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see how far that goes. All right. On that note, we'll see you all Saturday.
Okay, thank you, Sanjeev.
Namaskar.
See everyone Saturday.
Namaste.